morning, ladies. I hope you guys are doing well, and welcome to day 7 of Vlogmas. So I was very productive yesterday. I was very excited. I got my Christmas cards ordered and picked up. So I'd like to get those sent out today. And I think I'm pretty well done with my Christmas shopping except for my stockings. So that's going really well. Got my returns done yesterday. Went to Sam's Club and got all that done. So I was very tired last night, but it was a very productive day. So I was super excited about that. I will tell you, I'm not going to show you what Jingle, our elf, did because he's still in the same place as he was yesterday. So that little elf, he just needs to get up and move, you know. My daughter, my youngest daughter, I think she's struggling, I guess, with a cold, and so her nose was stopped up. And so I don't get up until 5 a.m. And she was up at 4:30 this morning. And so I moved Jingle in the mornings. And because lots of times at night you'll get caught moving him because they'll get up for something. And anyway, so I thought, you know, move him in. But she got up before I did. So that did not work out well. So anyway, I told her, I said, I know if I was in a hot tub that I would not want to get out. And she goes, it's probably very relaxing. I guess he just likes it there. I said, yep, I guess he does. So anyway, tomorrow morning, I'll have to make sure that he at least has been hidden somewhere before she gets up. So maybe tonight I'll try to sneak him out and just hide him in case she wakes up before I do in the morning. But anyway, so that was kind of a surprise. But I thought today that we would talk about Christmas breakfast and kind of what Christmas morning looks like here at my house. As you can imagine, Christmas morning is extremely exciting here with 6 children. And even as they get older, it's still a lot of fun, and we have a really good time. It's very relaxed. The kids all have Christmas pajamas, and I don't know if I've told you about their Christmas pajamas. I can't remember. You'll have to forgive me. I think it's my age. But anyway, we get Christmas pajamas for all of the kids, and they're not necessarily Christmas themed. So it's just something that they like. So my youngest daughter has horse pajamas this year, and my oldest daughter has teacup pajamas, and my middle daughter loves the show South Park, even though we don't watch that here at our house, but she has seen clips of it. And so I did get her some of those pajamas, even though I was not really excited about that, but I knew she would love them. And so anyway, and the twins love gnomes, so they got gnome pajamas. And my oldest son is a big Trump fan, and so I got him a t-shirt that has Christmas lights on it with Trump's face, and it says it's beginning to look a lot like I told you so, and he thought that that was quite comical. So anyway, but we everybody comes downstairs in their Christmas pajamas, and they check to see if the reindeer dropped a bill and if they ate their food, and then they check Santa's cookie plate to see if he finished his cookies and his milk, and to see if Jingle has left, and then they come and see what Santa brought, and they spend a little bit of time with that, and then the adults will sit down, and then the kids pass out all the presents. And so they do it much faster than we do. And so anyway, they get them all passed out, and then everybody opens their gifts all at once. And so anyway, we have wrapping paper everywhere. And my husband goes around with a trash bag and tries to keep up with picking the paper up. But normally that doesn't work out too well. We're ripping into them too fast. But anyway, after all the presents are done and the stockings are done and everything, we used to have 3 meals on Christmas Day. But we discovered that nobody was hungry at lunch because we had such a big breakfast. So now what we do is we have sort of a brunch. And so we have it usually around 10 o'clock we'll eat. And I thought I would share a little bit about what we fix, and just maybe to give you some ideas. And then in the comments below, let me know what you guys do on Christmas morning as far as food, because that might give me some ideas of things to add in to my stuff as well. But I will start by telling you the star of the show at our house on Christmas morning are fried oysters. I do not eat those. I do not eat oysters of any kind. However, my boys and my husband, they love fried oysters. And so that's the star of the show here. The girls and I, we lean towards sweets. But anyway, so if you've ever done fried oysters, I have a way that I do them that my mother-in-law taught me, and it makes it so much simpler for Christmas morning. So I thought I would share that with you just in case you happen to do fried oysters, but you don't do them this way. So I take my oysters, and I do it like a few days before Christmas, and I will bread them, and we use saltines, and we just put it in egg. I take one egg and a little bit of milk and beat it up together. And then I dip the oyster in the egg and milk mixture. And then I dip it into the saltine crackers that I have used I don't have a food processor. I had one and I never used it, so I got rid of it. I do mine in a little mini chopper, but just to make them into like a fine, I don't know, it's not really a powder, but just where they get really, really fine. And then I take the oyster from the egg and milk mixture and put them into that. And then I will put them on a cookie sheet on wax paper, and like in a single layer, and just kind of flash freeze them like that. And then once they're frozen, then you can put them like in a Ziploc bag or something. And then Christmas morning, we use a deep fryer, and I heat up the oil in the deep fryer, and then I deep fry the oysters, and they come out perfect. So I'm told. I would not know because I've never had one, but my husband says they're delicious. And when we go out somewhere and they have fried oysters, he'll always try them, and he's always disappointed. He said, these don't taste like yours. So anyway, if you like fried oysters, give that a try. I've heard they're good. But anyway, so that's the big thing here. And I have really big cookie sheets, and I will fix 3 cookie sheets full, can't get my words out today, for Christmas morning. I mean, those boys can put away some oysters. So that's the star of the show. However, we do have other things that we have. We have a whole table full by the time we're done. So I will generally make homemade cinnamon buns. We have done the canned cinnamon buns for Christmas morning as well, but we found a recipe we really like for the homemade ones, and so most of the time that's what we do. And we can make them ahead and then just pop them in the oven that morning to bake them, and they're super delicious. Those are more for the girls and I, because we like the sweet stuff. We'll also have sausage patties, and then I love, and I know this is strange, I do not like sausage patties, but I love sausage balls. So I'll also make a thing of sausage balls, because that's one of my favorite things. And then we'll have bacon. And the way I do my bacon for Christmas morning, we make brown sugar bacon. So my calves are smiling in front of the camera for me again this morning. So let me cut that off. So we do brown sugar bacon, and I'll just take the bacon and put it on cookie sheets and sprinkle it with just a little light coating of brown sugar. And I bake it in the oven, and oh my goodness. I took some to church one time for a function that was like a Christmas breakfast, and one of the guys there described it as meat candy. So anyway, it's really, really good. But we have that. We make homemade biscuits. And I don't know if you've ever heard of, I'm sure everybody's heard of Duck Dynasty and Ms. K. Well, I have the cookbook that she did, and so I do the biscuits out of that. They're called Ms. K's biscuits. And you use biscuit mix and sour cream and a Sprite. It's not a whole Sprite, it's just a little bit of one. And they make the best biscuits. And so anyway, I highly recommend those. And then we cook a spiral ham, which we put some of the ham on the table for breakfast, but then we save some of the ham for that night, for Christmas night, which I'll tell you about on a different video. But anyway, and then we do French toast, and we do scrambled eggs, and then we have a pineapple casserole. And I don't know if you've ever tried that, but they are so good. And it's just crushed pineapple and shredded cheddar cheese and then you top it, you mix that and sugar and flour. There's recipes for it on the internet. It's really easy. And then you top it with crushed Ritz crackers that have been mixed with a stick of butter. And oh my goodness, so good. But as you can tell from my menu, it's a high calorie meal. However, we sit down and let me just tell you, we chow down. It is so good and we thoroughly enjoy it. We use the Christmas china and it's just so nice. And even though it's brunch, we serve dessert afterwards, as if we didn't have enough sweets on the table already. Whatever we're having for desserts for Christmas, we'll usually, have some of those as well. But anyway, it's just a really nice time and it's very relaxed. And it's almost like by the time you sit down for that, the work of Christmas is done as a mom. And you can really enjoy that and just sit there and have coffee or tea or whatever, and it's really relaxing. I think by that point it's I think for me, I actually enjoy probably the week after Christmas more than the week before, just because there's so much to do as a mom, that you've taken care of everything, got to get everything done. And so by the time Christmas comes, I think afterwards you can actually just breathe a little bit. And so anyway, I try not to plan a whole lot for after Christmas just because I just like to rest a little bit. So anyway, that's our menu that we have. Before we will sit down at the table, but before we eat breakfast, my husband will read the birth of Christ out of the Bible to us. And he reads that out loud, and we enjoy that before we have our breakfast. And that's always just been our tradition as our family, and we just enjoy it. And it kind of after the excitement of all the presents and everything, it kind of focuses us back to the true meaning of Christmas. And so that's always a win. And so anyway, but that was the tradition that I wanted to share with you guys today. And I don't really have anything else that I was going to show you today. I'll be honest, I think I'm catching my daughter's cold. So I'm a little under the weather as far as my throat's a little scratchy, my nose is a little runny, and I know I need to get the cards done, addressed and out and stuff. And I think I'm just going to take the rest of the day to do that and just to kind of rest a little bit and kind of get my mind in order for what else I need to get done for Christmas. And just making sure I'm on track. And, I will tell you that video where we sat down and we made our Christmas plans really helped me, just getting everything on track, making sure I'm getting things done. And I've really been going back to my planner, just checking, making sure everything's going. But I'd also like to wrap some gifts today as well. I've gotten a few gifts wrapped, but I have a lot of them I need to do. I may throw on a Christmas movie and just sit here and wrap some gifts. I think that would be good. I saw a thing on Instagram, and I have to tell you, because I thought it was so funny, and it showed this mom, and it said wrapping the first Christmas gift, and she was doing it all beautifully, and beautiful paper and using ribbons and everything. And then it showed her and it said wrapping Christmas present number 8. And she was just like shoving it in a Walmart bag. And anyway, I thought, that is me when I wait till the last minute. You start off all gung-ho, and by the time you get to the end, it's like you're out of energy, you're out of time. And if you're like me, you're normally out of tape. I always run out of tape every year. I bought extra this year trying to prepare for that, but I do not know if I have enough. I still may pick up a couple more rolls of tape, but those little stocking stuffers, when you get to wrapping them and stuff, you can go through tape in a hurry. But anyway, thank you so much for tuning in today, and we will tomorrow, I think, get back at it with Vlogmas with day number 8. And anyway, so hopefully that elf will have moved by then. And anyway, I'll update you on that. But I hope you guys have a great day, and that you are able, in the midst of all the craziness of Christmas, that you're able to rest a little bit and to get your mind focused on the real meaning of Christmas. Because I know that's something that I struggle with just because I get so busy. And I think that would be something good today to sit down and just think about as well. So Anyway, thank you so much for watching. And until tomorrow, I hope you guys have a great day and we'll talk soon.